Chapter 5 Building Memorability. Looking back, my school days were filled with the sense of enchantment of constantly exploring new possibilities. My days at Kyonja dominate my memories of school. I arrived at DN High School in the middle of the academic session for class 6. It was a bewildering experience. The entire class sat on the floor on a durry that had large holes in a few places, and the teacher hovered over our tiny heads with a long, menacing stick broken from the abundantly growing amari bushes right behind the classroom. The roof was sky high, made with earthen tiles under which sparrows hatched. It was commonplace for an occasional egg to drop on someone's head, causing excitement and confusion. Often one could find a baby sparrow that had been evicted by the parents from their nest, ending up in some boy's school bag. Since I arrived late in the academic year, the seating arrangement had already been finalized by the teacher. The smaller boys, who were usually the brighter ones, sat up in front. The last couple of rows were populated by the bigger boys who had invariably failed once or twice before. I ended up getting a seat with them. They taught me to catch harmless green grass snakes that we kept in our pockets to scare others. Sometimes we sneaked out to see the lonely human skeleton kept in the science laboratory. It was the only object of awe the laboratory had, and only students of class 8 and above could study him. When I did eventually make it to the class 8th, I had lost interest in the poor guy. More interesting things engaged us by then. Schooling was free, though every child had to pay 2 rupees a month for lunch, which was actually a snack. The so-called lunch arrived around midday in a bucket, and as soon as its aroma invaded our nostrils, we would get wildly distracted. It was the most exciting thing about school. Moody, puffed rice mixed with savories, 2 fried potato chops, and maybe a sweet on special occasions like Independence Day or Republic Day. Mother, father, Aurobindo Da, and I lived with Dada Muni's family in a sprawling old bungalow meant for the sub-divisional officer. Behind our bungalow was a village of untouchables. We did not entertain the notion of untouchability at home, and I had a few friends from school who lived there. I used to go to their house and spend long hours playing with them. One day word arrived that all the villagers had gone to chase a bear that had come down from the mountains. Without informing anyone at home, I scampered away to join them. After running through miles of green paddy fields that separated the village from the mountains, I found the villagers. The bear chase was unlike anything I had ever seen. Hundreds of sticks, sickle, and spear wielding men and boys ran after the full-grown bear. The bear appeared confused more than anything else, running helter-skelter. When the bear turned to face the villagers, they would start running in the opposite direction. Then the bear would turn course and run in the reverse direction, with the villagers following him. After this had gone on for a while, the bear just collapsed in the exhaustion, and all the villagers swooped down on him. The poor bear was killed, and everyone started pulling out his hair because the villagers believed that a strand of bear hair tied around a patient's neck could bring down high fever. I brought home some bear hair too, with the expectation that I would be given a hero's welcome. Instead, a good thrashing awaited me for having run away in the middle of the homework and gone missing for a couple of hours. The bear hair brought no relief from the heat at home, and I realized it had not been such a good idea after all.